Hello and welcome to another episode of the playonultra podcast. This is episode 117.
Nice.
Yeah, Sarah won't be here for 2 weeks because she's in a play. She's gonna get famous, win a Tony Award or some shit.
Is that why? Is she an actress in the play, or?
Yes, I believe so.
Cool.
Yeah, I think she gets the guy. I have no idea. I don't even know what the play is about.
She's an important actress.
I have no idea. We gotta ask her.
She's probably like a tree. We're like, this is the human digestive tract. Like just like a school like educational thing.
She's quite short, so she's maybe a shrub.
Oh, is she? I actually have no idea how tall I think she is. She's 10 feet tall.
So yeah, and it's Friday the 13th, so we couldn't get any other guests because everybody's got a stream on Friday the 13th. That's the rule. If not, you'll lose your license.
Then nobody streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, each person gets one watcher.
Yeah, you gotta stream. If not, you'll lose your Twitch license. Yeah, so it's just the two of us this week. And we took a break last week, so yeah. This is all you're getting from us today. How your week? How was your week?
It was good. I still have not seen Blade Runner 2, which is distressing. But hopefully,
I thought you were watching it last
weekend. I watched Blade. Yeah, I've planned on watching it every weekend since it came out. But things have happened, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why it hasn't happened. But I did finish.
Visually is pretty fucking cool.
I heard that and musically. But like it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long because the visuals are so nice. There's a lot of like just long like establishing shots. You know, like just music and camera pans over cool landscape or whatever.
Usually high budget kind of stuff like that ain't that long, right?
Generally, yeah. I would say so.
That's pretty cool. I really should watch that. Okay.
Eventually. I did finish watching an anime though. I finished watching Ping Pong the Animation.
Yes.
Which, so
we were talking
it was
about
really
that.
good. I thought it would be crazy, hilarious silliness the whole time, and it actually got into some kind of deep concepts of like what happens when you get really competitive at something, and like what drives you, and like how does it make you happy, and that kind of stuff. So it's actually really, really cool. I think the reason I like it the most is because the animation's relatively unique. Like I haven't really seen much anime like it before, but I think it might turn a lot of people off because it's kind of like this sloppy rotoscope style.
Yeah.
And it does this like this split frame stuff a lot. So it's kind of artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
In a way that might not work out, but I think it's I like it on the whole.
So I'm just looking for like Blade Runner times.
Yeah.
There's a My Little Pony the movie apparently.
Yes. I saw a picture on Reddit of like the line of bronies waiting in line for the movie. It was interesting.
Is
and
it
somebody
the
also
brony?
posted like a My Little Pony etiquette. Like rule 1, don't sing to the songs. Yes, we know the album came out last week, but leave the singing to the professionals. Rule 2, don't discuss the economics of like the Ponyland, whatever it's called, Equestria. Like rule 7, shower before you go to the movie theater. So it's like, you're not painting your fan base in a good light here, bub. I think I was browsing our neckbeards or something like that.
Apparently, like I think there's a meme about like Tumblr's gonna get Cuphead next or something.
What does that mean? Tumblr's gonna get Cuphead?
I don't know, something like maybe like become Rabbit like Undertale maybe.
Oh,
that kind of thing.
No, it's too hard.
Yeah, it's too hardcore, right?
That's what I hear.
So. Yeah,
you gotta be a real gamer. No, yeah, it could be. I don't know if Cuphead's as like social justice warrior-y as Undertale. As my impression of Undertale. With romance and characterization, etc. Yeah. That'd be cool though. I'd love to see more art styled like Cuphead, I guess.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
I don't like rabid fan bases though.
Fit the crowd though.
No, I don't know why that rumor would start.
Yeah.
What else I finished the big news this week was I finished playing Infra. Like it's over, it's done. So I finished the game, and then I started looking through the Steam achievements, and I really missed a whole lot of crap. So because I got the ending, like not the good ending, not the best ending, and not the bad ending. So it's like, oh man,
would you consider that
good ending?
Would you consider that the worst ending, like the middle one, not bad, not good, just the middle one?
I don't know. I wouldn't consider any of them the worst ending. Like it depends on what you're trying to do, I guess. Like if you're trying to get the bad ending and you get the meh ending, then you're upset. But if you're trying to get the good ending and you get the bad ending, then you're really upset.
But what triggers the endings in?
So yes, so the game's like in a vacuum. The game's good enough. Like, oh man, I should replay the game, try and get the different endings. The reason I'm not going to do that
so long though
is it's a long game and it's very easy to make a mistake. And the save system is not super friendly. There's 4 save slots, and when you're saving, like there's no information about what's in each save slot. So if I tried to do something good, it is super likely I'd mess up the saves somehow and ruin everything. I have to start all the way over. But so the thing that determines the ending is as you're walking through the game. I don't know exactly what it is. So things you can do, you can take pictures of like broken down things. I don't think that's related. I think what is related is solving these side puzzles, because those will lead to things like documents and tapes. And this is like evidence of corruption. And so basically like the good ending is you having enough evidence to like put like the mayor in jail or whatever it is. The main politician guy who didn't build the infrastructure good because they cut corners. Put that guy, get him punished.
Would you consider
more
playing it with a walkthrough?
Absolutely. If I had a omniscient walkthrough, I would definitely do it. I don't think that exists yet though, because I'm on the community Discord and people are still like trying to figure out all those secrets. Like even using like console hacks, like clip through walls and that sort of stuff. Like they're still like uncovering stuff. So maybe someday I'll do it, but realistically, I will almost never choose to spend my time that way.
But you probably can just read it somewhere.
Yeah.
You prefer to do that? I think I'll prefer to do that. I already spent so much time on this game. Maybe I'll just like read
realistically as well,
somewhere.
because like it's easy for me to read something like while I'm waiting for something else to happen. Like as I'm at work, slacking off, like during lunch or doing something.
Slacking off or during lunch? Does that?
Well, so like I do not like a ton of reading at work, but I do more than none because like in software things have long compile times. Yeah. So occasionally,
and also we're humans.
If I have no
take a
emails
break.
or something. Yeah, also that.
So yeah,
give your brain a rest a little bit. So I think that was my infra. The Devil's 8 did not get kickstarted, so that was unfortunate. They weren't even asking for that much money. That was the game that was it wasn't a rhythm game, but music was very central to the theming of the game, and you played as like a single character on a ring fighting like the 8 deadly sins.
Oh, I think you showed me.
It looked very pretty. Yeah, it felt like a Smash Bros.
There was a demo.
The controls
were
very Smash Bros. Yeah, there's a demo. There's a demo with the first 2 bosses. Like it was great. I gave them $15, but I mean they didn't take it because they didn't meet their funding goal.
That sucks.
It stinks. They said they're still going to work on it, but obviously it's going to be part-time now, so maybe in a couple years. Yeah, I think that's everything. Still watching The Wire. Almost done with season 2. I don't know what I want to play next. The next thing in my queue is Inside. But I also have some other indie games I might do first. Inside seems the most Halloween-like, though, so I might just go with it. We'll see. I haven't decided
Go
yet.
with Inside.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's
have you played it?
No, I haven't yet. Been thinking about it. Because they have like a Limbo and Inside, like a bundle thing. And if you have Limbo, you get Inside a bit cheaper. Because, some bundles do that on Steam.
Yes, right.
So I can get it pretty cheap, actually. But it's one of those games I have to be really in the mood to play.
Yeah, it's
any kind of puzzle.
Those games can be a little frustrating because they're a little repetitive.
Yeah.
I mean, repetitive in the sense, like you can get like stuck just trying to do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I guess the puzzles.
Yeah. But a lot of puzzle narrative games, I got to be really in the mood, and it's got to drop a lot of like story elements to keep me interested.
Yep.
intervals, like short intervals. Yeah. I did a couple of things. I played what I would consider one of my most favorite gaming experiences ever last week. I played fucking Child of Light.
Hooray! Yes!
It's so fucking good. What the fuck?
It's so good. I when I finished it, I immediately played it through a second time. Like, that's how good it is.
It's so good. Oh my god. I'm going to be buying the album on Bandcamp, and like I keep putting the music on repeat from YouTube, a playlist, and they fucking speak in poems, and it's so good. It's so beautiful.
The game mechanics actually have like depth to them.
I love the turn-based combat. I didn't mind grinding a bit because it was just so much fun. It's like it gave me the same feeling as Persona 5. I wanted to keep playing. I didn't mind the grinding even though it was turn-based combat because the combat was so fun. The graphics, oh my god, it's like moving
I wouldn't
pictures.
say it's
so
like
nice,
the next Chrono Trigger because the narrative isn't as strong, but like it's kind of similar. Like you're mixing your party to try and find cool combos and stuff.
And I cannot find one flaw. I cannot find one flaw at all.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I wouldn't say it does everything perfectly, but there's nothing it does badly.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's great music. The story is interesting. The dialogue's amazing. I really love them speaking in poems. I really love that bit. Because it's not like cheesy poems. It's actually well-written shit.
Yeah.
It's really, really well-written shit. And the music is so good. It's a French-Canadian artist, apparently.
Okay.
It's like a bit more like an indie, hipstery kind of... She's a French-Canadian artist. She has a bunch of albums on Bandcamp as well. And she has a bunch of like... She has a bunch of like indie hipstery kind of albums, and then Child of Light in the middle there. Which is the best album, I'm just saying. So it's fucking hell.
I'm so glad you like it. Because it's really... I really enjoyed it.
It was so good. I played it.
It just seems like a
way
child's
too
game,
late.
though. Like the name, like, oh, it's for, you know, it's like baby's first Metroidvania, but it's not. It's not even really Metroidvania.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really. It's like it's just a side. You just traverse the world side-scrolling style, but it's turn-based. It's a JRPG,
because you can fly, so there's kind of obstacles, but they're not like a huge deal.
Not really. Yeah. Oh man, I didn't get like the. I'm guessing that's like different endings, or maybe not different endings. Like I didn't 100% the thing. I'm pretty sure. Like a couple
I don't
things
remember. I think I played it through a second time so I could 100% it. But
I think the only thing I missed was, you know, those like notes that's flying around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the only things I missed.
Wait, why can't I view my achievements? Is it because it's not installed?
Seriously, go and play Child of Light. Like what the fuck? I was totally surprised by it. It was when it started, I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty cool. Oh, the art's really good. Oh, the music is really good. Holy shit, they're speaking in poems. Fucking hell!" And the combat just started, and it's shit.
Does it not have Steam achievements? Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Pretty sure it did.
Yeah, pretty sure it does.
That's weird. So it's not showing up for me on my Steam thing.
And I got it for.
I'm guessing it's not installed.
I got it for free because of my PS Plus subscription.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a free game that I've heard about. Let's play this, I guess. I was like, it's like, wow. And the length is just nice, I feel.
Yes.
It's like, what, 8 hours?
Like 8-ish? 8 hours, yeah. Because I played it through twice, and I'm looking at my playtime now, it says 17 hours.
Yeah, it's about 8 hours, yeah. And like, and there's also a version of the Vita, and I really feel like Child of Light Portable is a fucking cool thing to have.
That would be cool.
Oh my god. It's a game that I can't explain how I felt playing it.
I think I played it like in 2 sittings. Like the first one, like, this is good. It's like, gotta finish it now because it's so good.
Yeah, it's like I pretty much started and like I finished it in a couple of days. In between work and all. And it's like, I don't know, it's just when it's over, I was just like, oh fuck.
It's sad. The beauty is gone out of my life.
It's such a good holy shit. Go and play that. It's so
Don't
good.
want to overhype it, but yeah. It's
Yeah, we don't want to
awesome.
overhype it, but it's like the best game ever made or something like that.
What game would you compare it to? Like, if you like
Oh,
this, you
man.
like Child of Light. Like Super Mario RPG, kind of?
It's not even that though, right? Because I feel like it's a bit more mature, even though it's called Child of Light and looks kind of kiddie.
Maybe. I mean, I like it because the combat's, like, my favorite, if I had to pick one favorite thing, it's because the combat's not, like, turn-based. It's, like, the initiative bar thing, and then the way
there's
it
like a
interacts
strategy
with,
to
like,
it, yeah.
trying to use your light power to slow the enemies down so you can hit them first and knock them back
Yeah.
and, like, stun lock them, kind of, like...
And it's very satisfying when you
very
can
engaging.
finish a battle without getting hit.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, it's good.
maybe it's a good thing that I can't really think about a game that I can compare it to.
Yeah.
It's
that's probably
just
a
that
good thing.
unique.
And one thing I like about Child of Light, it's like, unlike Lisa, I don't really have to have any asterisks. It's like, Lisa's like, it's awesome, but it's super dark. Child of Light is like, it's wholesome and fun. Like, there's nothing, there's no reason you shouldn't like this
Yeah.
game unless you don't like video games. Or
Lisa,
RPGs.
trigger warning, basically.
Yeah, Lisa, the trigger warning. Yep.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of shit in there. But would you say Child of Light is like a light version of Lisa?
Not really.
Not really, right?
No. And those are two of my favorite, like, RPGs in the last few years.
Yeah, Child of
Or
Light.
those two. But they're just RPGs. There's no real similarity other than that.
Yeah.
The gameplay is
It's
very, very
easier
different.
to play too. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about like getting the characters or whatever. Unlike Lisa. and
Child of
stuff
Light
like-
has character RPG trees, which I like.
Yeah.
Little skill trees.
Yeah.
Lisa doesn't have that.
Yeah. I love skill trees, and the skill trees is simple but robust enough.
And I like the gem system.
Yes, the crafting the gems and putting into your weapons and
Yeah.
armor and stuff.
Kind of like Diablo, but
Yeah.
less grindy.
That's just like it just does everything well.
Yep.
No flaws. Best game ever made. 10 out of 10. Play that shit.
Who published it? Was it Ubisoft?
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft game. It's developed by Ubisoft.
Oh, right. Okay.
The guy who made it is it Michel Ancel? No, that's the Rayman guy, right? Designer Melissa Cazzaro. But it's developed by Ubisoft. Ubisoft Montreal. This is what happens when you give the people working at your company like a bit more freedom, I guess. You wouldn't think it's a Ubisoft game. You wouldn't think it's a AAA
Right.
developed thing.
Absolutely. But because it is a AAA developer, it has
Yeah,
like the
a
extra
lot of
layer
polish.
of polish that the most
Yeah,
indie games
yeah.
don't have.
Yeah.
It's just subtle. You don't really. It's not like no. It's just you. You know. It's not in the forefront.
It's always in a bundle with Valiant Hearts, right? On Steam.
I hadn't really thought about it, but I do frequently see those two together, and I don't know why. Valiant Hearts is the first game I ever did a Let's Play for. Do not look it up; it's terrible.
It's one of those heartbreaking games. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Because it's a true story about World War One, so you know people die.
Yeah. Child of Light. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get on the Vita, hopefully. I think. I don't care. I played it before. I'm gonna play it again. Play it.
I approve. I think I played it through the second time to 100% it, but it also I was hoping. I was trying to check to see. I had a suspicion that I'd missed like some secret dialogue tree where it's like if I have this character, if I unlock this character first, like the Joker, and then like the court jester character, and then go talk to this other character, they'll have this secret conversation, and it didn't happen. It's like, oh man, missed out on a cool.
It's quite
opportunity.
linear though, the game.
Yeah. Yep. It's not a Metroidvania.
Yeah. Which I like because there's just too
Totally.
many shit out there that's like open world Metroidvania, backtrack 5 million hours before to see this one little thing that you missed. No thank you. It's just the experience is just very well developed, very tight, very a lot of polish. And it's unique. It's a very rare combination.
So pretty. And
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah. We're just repeating ourselves now.
Yeah. Okay. What else did I do?
So I'm glad you did that.
I played more Skylanders because I got like
Of course.
Skylanders Swap Force and Trap Team just arrived for my PS4. So I'm starting off with Swap Force, because that one came out before Trap Team. I feel there's a difference to Imaginators, like almost like it's a bit more charming. It's like, and Imaginators took out a couple of features. It took out the ability to nickname your Skylanders. And apparently all the previous games also had hats.
You didn't know they had hats?
Because I play Imaginators first, and Imaginators didn't have hats. And like
I see.
So hats is basically stuff you unlock when you play the game, and you wear the hat on the character, and they get like stats buffs and stuff like that. Because I was like, because I bought a couple of like used toys, right? Well, not in that way. Used Skylander figures.
Right.
And I put it on Imaginators. I was like, why the fuck does this guy have a hat?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And like, they took that out, so that sucks. But I feel like there's a certain extra charm to Swap Force. Maybe the older games just have more charm, and Imaginators felt a bit more like a commercial product almost.
Cash grab?
Yeah, I feel so. I have to play more before I can make my conclusion, but yeah. And the other big thing I played is Divinity 2. Divinity Original Sin 2. That CRPG. Right. So I'm playing
it. Is it brutal?
What?
Is it hard?
It's challenging, yeah. But not unfair. Not unfair.
Okay. Not like XCOM. With its RNG feels unfair.
Yeah. I'm playing it co-op with someone, and the difference is instead of creating 2 characters now, you create 1 character. So even if you play solo, you only create 1 character. The first game you actually create 2 characters, a pair.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
And the graphics are so much better looking, and the character models are so more detailed. It's really beautiful. It's a really pretty looking game. They also have this origin characters where it's pre-made characters with more of a backstory, which you can choose to play as. If you don't choose to play as them, you create your own. They will be your companions.
Okay.
So there are backstories and quests and stuff, which is really fucking cool.
Totally.
I'm only past the first tutorial stage, and I'm still at the first area. And the battles are so fun. It's like this exploding shit everywhere. There's like a lot of like you gotta really take into account like where you're standing, what's around, so you can use them to your advantage, a high ground, stuff like that. It's just a really cool game. Yeah, playing a co-op is so fun.
I like my tactics games to have heavy like terrain features.
Yeah,
as a consideration.
Yeah, and I think they simplified it as well with certain things. Like to move you need AP, right? Like action points. So they simplified it by basically you can't upgrade your AP anymore. So you get 4 every turn, and you only have 6 max if you save that from the previous one. Yeah. So you don't have to worry too much about that. So I'm hoping it's more balanced towards like you not having a lot of AP like in the previous games, I guess. In the previous game. And it's just I really love all the small little details where like you can literally use another character to distract an NPC, and then you can like sneak and steal shit, or like talk to a character that the NPC doesn't let you talk to. Stuff like that. It's so cool. And it's fun when you're doing it with another person, because you feel like you're strategizing, almost like you're conspiring to do something. It's really fun. It's just so much fun. I highly recommend it. And it's a very cheap game as well. It's £30. I think it's like $35, $40 for a game of that quality.
Yeah, $40 for that. I thought it was like $50. Let me check.
Hold on,
it's on my wish list.
It's $45.
$45, yeah.
Not too bad. They'll probably go on sale soon as well. Maybe during the winter sale or whatever for 25-30% maybe.
My wish list has I've been very happy with how well I've avoided buying video games recently, but I've noticed my wish list has now grown way bigger than it's ever been before. It's like, oh, I'm not buying games, I'm just buying them later. Theoretically. I need to go clean stuff out.
Yeah, I have a lot of shit here. So there's this new game called A Hat in Time. It just came out. I think it was a
That's
Kickstarter.
getting a lot of attention.
Basically, a lot of people are calling it what ukulele should have been, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking of getting it. But they haven't released it on the PS4 and Xbox yet, and they'll be really smart to do it on the Switch as well, because that's a fucking goldmine right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of devs.
I feel like this Switch is blown up huge.
Yeah, a lot of devs are basically saying like, we sold the same amount on the Switch in a month that we took 12 months to sell on Steam.
It's because there's nothing out yet for the Switch.
Pretty much.
So the competition is so
very
small.
low competition.
So strike while the iron's hot.
Yep, pretty much. So park that shit now. Grim Dawn has a new expansion. Adds a bunch of story stuff, as well as level cap increase and 2 new class masteries. So although 2 new classes, but since you can hybrid, so a bunch of class combinations basically. So yeah, there's a lot of good shit coming out. The Evil Within 2, I guess, is a thing as well. Everybody's most anticipated gambling game Shadow of War is out. So yeah.
Yeah, gambling game Shadow of War is out. I guess this brings us to one of my stories I mentioned.
Yeah, news time.
Yeah. There's already an exploit. So Shadow of War has loot boxes. And there are 2 kinds of loot boxes.
Did you just whisper?
It's a dirty word. I don't want to swear on stream.
Yeah.
Or on recording. So there's in-game currency, like a lot of games have, that you acquire, and you can buy these loot boxes with, and they get you whatever consumables, minions, whatever. There's also like premium loot boxes. Now, I'm not, to the best of my knowledge, the content, both loot boxes, the premium ones and the non-premium ones, draw from the same pool of possible loot to give you, but obviously the premium ones have much higher chances of like the super rare things.
But do we even know that though?
I don't know that for a fact. That's just
we have to assume so, I guess.
Yeah, but there's an exploit now. Yeah,
but which is cool because China forces game developers to say what's the
drop table basically.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And the chances of you getting something. There's a law there.
That's awesome.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exploit.
So the exploit, basically, long story short, it gives you infinite in-game currency. So you can buy infinite non-premium chests, which, kind of decentivizes you to buy the premium chests. Because it removes the grind. Because the point of the thing is like, let's make the game suck just enough that people give us extra money, but not suck too much where they stop playing.
Actually, I mean, the biggest argument against loot boxes in your $60 non-free-to-play, non-multiplayer games is because it will affect game design, right? You've got to incentivize people to buy this shit.
Yes,
if not, what's the point of putting it in there?
I mean, like, even if you don't change the game mechanics at all, there's always something like we're gonna show the character in the skin or not in the skin, and every chance speaker's gonna shove it in your face, the thing to remind you that you can change this by giving us money.
Yeah, there's something.
There's always something.
And they hire like experts who are like psychological experts, basically, that tap into the same parts of the brain that gambling does.
One of my friends at work used to work in several different video game companies, and he's like, yeah, I used to have to, work on features that would, push people to buy, do microtransactions. He's like, I just ignore it. I'm like, 1, I can't ignore it. 2, you shouldn't, like, if the game was perfect, there wouldn't be things you have to ignore. Like, I'm not saying, like, shame on you game devs for putting microtransactions in your game. I'm not saying, that's like an ultimate sin, but it always makes games worse. Slightly worse.
I think that is a fair thing to say to the game devs, though. I mean, the publishers probably more accurate. I think it's quite fair, depending on what kind of game?
might
If
net
it's a, is it a,
positive?
is it a free-to-play game? Is it a $60 single-player game?
Yeah.
And
Right, I
it's
mean,
like,
a free-to-play game wouldn't exist without microtransactions, but
yeah,
it is also, the experience is marred by the microtransactions at the same time. Like,
yeah.
it's still better than the zero experience of no game, I guess. I'm not saying microtransactions net negative experience, but they do have a cost to them, a negative cost to them.
So it's like,
They might bring more good at the end of the game, but
yeah,
very rarely
and
in my
like,
experience.
well, the thing that I wanted to bring up is also about loot boxes,
sorry.
basically. So, might as well. It's just one big topic now,
Yeah,
right?
do it.
People are asking, are loot boxes gambling?
Right.
There was a survey on one of those UK government websites as well, like a petition, not a survey, a petition, wanting them to at least talk about it,
Oh, sure.
so that you can regulate it and stuff like that. It's like a lot of people say you can just not buy it, but it's like there's a reason why gambling is regulated,
Right.
because it's predatory. Do you agree that loot boxes gambling? You're paying money, you don't know what you're getting. That is basically
I guess
the gist of
in
it,
a
right?
in a technical sense, I think it's gambling. I don't really know what the legal definition of gambling is.
The ESRB, I believe, came out and said
Yes,
that
or
they they don't think it's gambling, but they
Correct.
they say what, a gambling commission has the right or something like that.
I didn't read the full thing. I
Something
saw
like
the
when
headline.
something
Like
like
usual.
the only people that can define whether loot boxes are gambling or not is like some gambling commission or whatever, the people who regulate this
see.
shit. So the
Interesting.
ESRB can't come out and say anything about that. So like, I don't know. It's just I feel like a lot of gamers are being very defensive about this. Like they're defending the AAA companies for doing this, but it's like
Denial.
it's
I don't
affecting
have a
game
problem.
design.
Yeah.
So I haven't
mean-
played Shadow of War yet, but the thing about it is in Act 4 apparently it's fucking grindy. They made it really
That's what I've
really
heard as well.
grindy. I
Yeah,
wonder
the
why.
farther into the game,
Yeah.
the more grindy it gets.
So
Like
it's-
Warframe, the gameplay, like I don't know. Warframe has so many good components, and I feel like I don't know how they could change it, be a complete overhaul. But like, it's ruined by their strong incentives just to grind things out. Like it's definitely had a creeping problem, where more recent new things into Warframe are nigh impossible to get through non-microtransaction means.
Yeah, it's like
Like just the sheer hours you have to put in to get like this different kind of hammer.
a lot of the argument made against that loot box is not gambling is they say
Yeah.
that you don't get monetary rewards, right?
Oh.
But it's like
That doesn't matter. I mean, that's sure. That's probably what keeps it out of the legal definition of gambling.
yeah,
But not the technical definition of like,
Yeah.
value in, value out. It's like, gambling.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean money.
it doesn't matter what you get in return. Is that you get
Right.
something in return and it triggers
Yes.
the same
And
parts of the brain.
randomness. Yep.
Yeah, it triggers
I
the
agree.
exact same part. You want that thing, and you're gonna get that thing if you spend money. Basically, nobody's
Yep.
going to a casino thinking I'm gonna gamble my money away so I can buy more groceries this week. Nobody's fucking thinking that.
Nah, only the truly desperate.
Yeah, they're truly desperate, but it's like
The fools. people with real problems.
I don't know. It's just it pisses me off how much gamers wants to defend all these multi-billion-dollar companies. Why? They don't need you to defend them. They have.
These apologists.
I just don't understand. How's the exploit done? Some kind of software thing?
It modifies some local memory.
Hmm.
Let me look up to see if I can find more details.
And you can't do that with the premium one because those are server side.
Yeah, I assume so. A cheat engine tool. What's that mean? It just says it's a script that edits memory addresses. Oh, I see. Cheat engine is a name of a popular tool. Okay. Through cheat engine, it uses a script to edit memory addresses resulting in infinite Mirian, which is one of the game's fictional currencies.
It has a multiplayer component, right? Or something like that?
I don't know. I feel like it probably does, just so you can show off your flashiness and therefore incentivize you to buy flashy things.
The game's multiplayer features a social conquest mode in which players are able to invade other players' fortresses and attempt to conquer them. This mode has two settings, friendly and ranked. Friendly allows the player to invade someone's fortress without the risk of losing your army. Ranked, on the other hand, allows the player to invade, but with a risk of losing some of their followers permanently. So there is
so actually,
multiplayer thing.
Point of clarification. So the infinite money can be used to buy silver chests. Silver chests can give you epic orc followers. Gold chests, the only real dollar gold chests, can give you legendary tier orc followers, which are better and cannot be found in silver chests. But if you're not lucky and you don't get a legendary tier orc, you get a larger quantity of the sort of thing you get from silver chests.
Right. So the legendary is not even guaranteed, basically.
Nope, not even guaranteed. Gamble. We need to have what's that like, is it Money Matters, the show with the guy with like a wall of soundbite buttons? We need one of those, like gamble, microtransaction, just like a bunch of like dirty words and then like a weird little like laugh. Not that your laugh's weird, just we need a weird laugh.
So yeah, you heard about the Battlefield 2's loot boxes stuff?
No.
Apparently it's pay to win now. That's a
Oh, I
thing.
did hear something about that being pay to win. I didn't know how or why.
Basically, so again, I didn't play it. I didn't really follow it because I think this is all just fucking bullshit anyways. But a lot of people are saying it's basically pay to win because you can get really powerful stuff from the loot boxes. And it takes a really long time if you don't want to spend money.
Okay.
So it's not just cosmetics.
Right.
Basically.
It's a power boost, which can put you ahead of the game. Ahead of
weapons
the curve.
and shit. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Sounds like that sort of thing.
You know what Ubisoft came out and said about Assassin's Creed Origins?
What?
Our loot boxes won't need to use real money to buy. That's a news piece apparently now.
That's not revolutionary.
Exactly.
That's how it works. That's like all loot boxes. Not literally all loot, but I mean, like the idea is you have the in-game currency to show because then it ties like a work value to the money currency. It's like, oh man, for $1 I can save myself 10 hours of work or whatever, that kind of crap.
Exactly.
Without that association.
If it's not purchasable by real world money, is it even can you even call it loot boxes? Because usually for those kind of stuff, right? Premium stuff.
If it's not incentivizing money and it's just a grind for its own sake, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds dumb. And
I'm thinking, like, what's the point then?
Like,
why don't just let me use the in-game money and buy the shit that I want, like from a normal item shop? Like how games have been doing it for the past fucking 500 billion years.
There are games that do that, but the prices are so high. Like that's why I stopped playing PlanetSide 2. It's because it's like I can grind forever and buy a scope that's like 0.2% better for this one gun, and it's just.
But even that game sort of incentivizes you because it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Origins is a single player game.
And also the grind is just too high.
Yeah. These companies are weird. I mean, they're not weird. They just want to make money. But fuck them, basically. Yeah. Anything else about loot boxes you want to say?
Not really. I just wish I couldn't. I wish there was nothing to say. I wish they were gone.
Is it...
I don't even like real world loot boxes.
Do you think... I mean, obviously it's okay to do it, but cheating
it's not amoral.
Yeah. No, I mean like... But you're only modifying the files in your system though, right? So It's considered
What,
just
what?
like use the Shadow War exploit.
Oh.
It's like
Is it?
It's like a cheat code, using a cheat code.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's a cheat code. It's get the thing now instead of having to grind for it. The article, there's a NeoGAF thread about it. And I was reading an article that summed up, that was like, that referenced the NeoGAF thread, and it pulled out a response where some commenter's like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like, is it bad that there's an exploit cheat in the game, or is it good because it's subverting loot box bullshit? It's like, I don't know. Like, are you a bad person from using this exploit? I don't know.
But it's just like cheat codes, though.
Yeah.
The only reason people are talking about it is because you get items which you can pay for also. That's the reason, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think Warner Brothers have any grounds to like ban the usage of this cheat engine tool for their game?
Not really. I mean, I'm not saying they could come up with an argument, but like,
Because
I don't know. I
because
can't think of a super compelling one.
their entire
If you wanna,
marketing
like,
campaign for the game has been, we have loot boxes, but you don't need to buy them.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you ban it, you're kind of going against. But it won't surprise us if they
you
do
have to
try.
earn them. It compromises the game experience we tried to craft.
Fuck you.
But like, I think people should be able to compromise their experiences. You know, like if you
Yeah.
want to ruin the game for yourself, go right ahead. That kind of thing. You know, I shouldn't say you forbid people from ruining their own experience.
Yeah.
But I can understand as a creator wanting to have control over the experience. But
I'm pretty sure the creators
don't.
do not have any control over the experience of Shadow of War.
they've already made a bad experience.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other piece of news is Humble Bundle has been bought over by IGN, basically.
Yes, we don't really know what that means yet in terms of
Yeah.
a change in the status quo.
Everybody, redeem your keys now. They're gonna take it all away.
They're gonna expire. No,
Yeah.
we don't know that, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But that's about it. I don't have anything
It's
else.
a weird acquisition.
You have anything else?
Didn't have anything major. I feel like there was something I was looking forward to, but I don't remember what it was right now. It wasn't a movie. It wasn't a video game.
It was a book.
Yeah, I think could have been a book. Oh, it was Your Name, the anime movie.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
getting
hopefully gonna see that next week. I'm more confident about me seeing that week than I am next week than I am about me seeing Blade Runner. Hopefully, I'll see both, but odds are higher I'll actually end up seeing Your Name than I will Blade Runner. Also, I'm going to a Star Trek convention.
That
on
was
Saturday.
totally
It's
not. That was not what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say Your Name. Have you heard about the thing where they're gonna change it into a live action film?
I hadn't heard that.
J.J. Abrams is gonna destroy
Don't
another thing.
let Americans do it.
Obviously, it's gonna be Americans.
I mean, the Japanese. I mean, it was still bad, but it's a Japanese live action Attack on Titan.
Oh, true. Which is really bad as well, I heard.
That's what everyone says. So maybe just don't make live action. Never mind. Like, give it to whoever they want. It's gonna be bad anyway. Has there been a live action anime movie you've seen that was good? I feel like there has to be one.
The thing is, when I see live action anime film, I don't watch it.
Right.
So because I assume that
seen
it's gonna be
some-
bad.
I've seen some that are almost so bad they're good. Like Fist of the North Star is almost worth watching because it's so bad.
You're talking about the
But I don't
American
know
one,
if it's-
right?
Yeah. But it's probably not.
Well, I
actually
did
that
watch Crow Zero,
good.
which is a live action manga adaptation of a manga. Crow Zero. It was done really well, that one.
bad. Okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
I mean, Stephen Chow films seem like they're live action animes.
Yeah, a lot of Hong Kong films are basically. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because like the source material maybe is a bit more like doesn't give a lot of freedom for the filmmakers or something. They try to capture the anime thing and live action can't do anime. So yeah, J.J. Abrams 100% is gonna destroy your name.
I feel like a big reason it doesn't work live action is like anime's kind of infamous for having like low frame animation. Like, you know, if someone's talking, it's just their mouth moving or whatever. Or there's like a lot of like, they'll cut to someone and the reaction, it's just like a picture of them doing this. Maybe it's a little bit of movement. And I feel like that kind of adds like a level of like inscrutability or like stoicism. So it makes it easier for the viewer to endow like the reaction they want onto this kind of like blander reaction. And so it's harder with people because the human face is, you know, way more dynamic. And so it's like, that's not how that person reacted. Like, I mean, oftentimes the actors are like, I'm making this my character my own. And there's like, no, that's not how that character should be acting. But it's not always necessarily the actor's fault. It's kind of just, it's hard to translate,
you
know, cartoon to flesh.
And also the Japanese emo thing is a very different animal. Right?
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing that's also happening. Loot boxes
it's kind of like
and
seeing
live action anime.
It's kind of like when you see the live action superhero costume for a superhero. You're like, that's not how that looks. Like, the Flash almost always looks goofy in that helmet, no matter what.
Yeah. Even if you take out the fucking lightning bolts, it's gonna look goofy.
Yeah. Ditto for Batman, usually. The cowls and masks just don't look good in real life, is like kind of the moral of the story. True. Maybe the eye masks you can pull off, but even that looks a little dorky.
Yeah. I think the only cool one is Rorschach. That one's really cool.
Rorschach, because it's that CGI mask, and you don't see like the eyes. That's the important part. You don't see the eyes in the mask.
True.
Or the chin. Yeah, Rorschach's got a cool mask. Who else? Deadpool's worked out well.
Because he's blind, we don't have to see his eyes. Punisher's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
I still haven't watched Defenders yet. Fuck.
Yeah, don't.
Because I was just like, I don't really want to watch this guy.
Bother.
Yeah.
I would say just don't even bother.
I was like, I want to watch it for Jessica Jones and Daredevil, but there's Iron Fist in there.
It's not enough. I think I talked about this like the week I came back from PAX. I watched a pilot for a show called Automata, which is a webcomic from the Penny Arcade guys. They do another comic called Automata, and the idea is it's set in Prohibition era, but instead of alcohol being prohibited, it's machine intelligence. And so you follow around like a gumshoe, like a private eye noir kind of thing, and you just got a robot sidekick. And I saw this at PAX as a panel, and they were talking about production stuff. And it's interesting because they had the guy who is in the robot costume, and apparently the robot's head is completely CGI. And I had no idea. But like the eyes are very articulate, and it was super well done. And then Doug Jones actually voices the robot.
Who's the guy who directed in the two older Hellboys again? What's his name? Del Toro?
Oh, crap. Yeah. No, not Benicio. A different Del Toro.
Guillermo? I don't know.
Guillermo. Yes.
He has a new movie coming out. It's called...
Are you talking about Pacific Rim 2 or something else?
No. It's about a water creature thing.
Oh, of course. It's a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie.
What?
It's a romantic fantasy film.
What?
Yeah, it's called The Shape of Water. And the character looks a lot like the water creature character from Hellboy.
Abe Sapien, you're right. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
I've pulled it up.
That's his name. Totally forgot. Looks a lot like him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's got Doug Jones as Amphibian Man. So it's the same actor too.
Exactly. So everybody's like, oh, there's a connection or something. But maybe
it's got Michael Shannon, who I actually
he just really liked the design. And
I mean,
if
it's
you
a
want to
cool
see amphibian monster on girl action, apparently this movie has that.
The girl looks like Sally Hawkins. I don't know who that is. Oh, she's from the recent Godzilla movie. The 2014 one. Interesting. One thing I just noticed on Guillermo's IMDb page is he's announced he's working on a Pinocchio movie.
Oh.
And he worked on The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies. He worked on the screenplay. He worked on Troll Hunters. That sounds cool. But I wanted to bring up, did you see the trailer for Pacific Rim 2?
Yes. I don't really remember it that well, though.
So I will definitely see it. Like, I don't know what would have to happen for me not to see it. But I did not care for that trailer. Because, like, in the first Pacific Rim, the Jaegers they have a lot of gravitas to them. And, they're very slow and deliberate. It's like, rocket punch. And it's like really slow-mo. In this one, they're running and flipping more like Transformers. And it's got like this hip-hop. It's got this hip-hop soundtrack.
That's a hip-hop song, yeah.
And I didn't think it fit that well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll
definitely made him see it.
Yeah, I wonder what made him decide to change like the entire feel and atmosphere of it.
Probably had to make compromises to get funding. Oh, Troll Hunters is a kids show. Dang it! I was hoping it was like the Troll Hunter, which looks cool, or which was cool.
What is the Troll Hunter?
The Troll Hunter, it's kind of like the Blair Witch. Like found camera footage, like a scary movie, but it's like these kids who they start following this guy into the woods and like, we think this guy is a poacher, so we're gonna follow him. And it turns out he's actually like a troll hunter, and so he's like fighting trolls. He's like this gun that shoots out like UV light because like sunlight turns trolls into stone, and it's just this really cool like found footage movie of like a troll hunter. And it's not even that scary really. It's just really cool.
Interesting.
More than anything else. And so I thought he'd work on
movie?
more. Yeah, it's on Netflix for a while. It came out several years ago. I definitely recommend it.
It's Norwegian.
Yes, it's subtitled.
Oh, okay.
You can probably find it dubbed, but I watched it subtitled because it's a Norwegian film, so it's completely in Norwegian.
That's cool.
There's this great moment where he's like, because he fights all different kinds of trolls. So it's like one scene where he's like in full like plate armor, like trying to fight a troll under a bridge, and it's like another scene where they're like in a cave. It's like, oh no, trolls can smell the breath of a Christian man. Which of you like believes in God? And it's like me, like get out of here. And he's just like, oh no, and the troll's like waking up. It's like, I'm a Muslim. Does that count? And he's like, I have no idea.
That's interesting.
So it plays on some of the archaic, like just myths
Legends
of trolls, like
and,
very, very old school traditional troll lore.
Like garlic, vampire and garlic kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of crap. Like, yeah, vampires have to count the salt when you throw salt at them and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do find that interesting though, especially if it's done well as like a mechanic in a story or whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah. Go and watch The Shape of Water if you want to see frog on woman action.
I kind of want to see it. I can't tell.
Actually, it kind of looks cool though.
I can't really tell like what to expect though. Let's read the synopsis now. Alyssa is a mute, isolated woman who works as a cleaning lady in a hidden high-security government laboratory in 1962 Baltimore. That sounds cool so far. Her life changes forever when she discovers the lab's classified secret, a mysterious scaled creature from South America that lives in a water tank. As Alyssa develops a unique bond with her new friend, she soon learns that its fate and very survival lies in the hands of a hostile government agent and a marine biologist. I like secret government laboratories, quite frankly, so I mean, as long as it doesn't turn out to be like... Did you ever see Tusk?
No.
As long as it's not like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. This sounds like it could be more my thing. But who knows? It could easily turn out not to be my thing. What is this picture?
What is that picture?
What is this picture?
Is it something gross?
The caption is Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water hits this December. But what is this picture of? It looks like the monster from The Shape of Water, but just way fatter and grosser. Not like Abe Sapien. I will send you the picture. I'm sorry. We can post it somewhere. Maybe we'll tweet it out. But I don't know. I mean, this picture makes me think that there's a transformation sequence at some point in this movie, which I don't want to see somebody turn into that. It could just be the mermaid from Cabin in the Woods.
Which is another movie I haven't watched. And I don't really feel like watching.
That one's good. Cabin in the Woods is good.
I know. I heard it's pretty good.
It's not really scary.
But it is.
I thought you liked scary
horror.
movies.
No.
It is. Okay. I mean, so it's kind of like meta horror. There's like a whole bunch of just homages to other scary things, but it's not. I wouldn't.
Oh no. So
really
the picture
scary.
you sent me is it's from another movie. Yeah, it's from another movie.
Okay. Cool. Good, because that's horrifying.
Yeah.
You would also like. I think I talked about this movie on the podcast before. I think it's called The Final Girl. That's another good scary movie. It's not scary at all, really. But so the idea is this girl. Yeah, the final girls. The final girl. Singular? No. Okay, sorry. There's so many.
There is a movie called The Final Girl, and there's also a movie called The Final Girls.
Yes. So
both came out in 2015, by the way.
There's The Final Girls. There's Final Girl. And there's Final Girls.
Okay, so The Final Girls is a 2015 American slasher
quiet.
comedy. Final Girl is an action thriller horror film. And what is Final Girls?
Maybe I just can't see because the is small. I think The Final Girls is the same as Final Girls because the is just small in some of their
But
art.
you're talking about the action thriller horror film, right?
I'm talking about the comedy.
You're talking
Final
about
Girls.
comedy, okay.
That is well worth your time.
Is it the same as fuck, what is the name of that show? It's like a comedy slasher film as well. It's like
Ash.
No.
Versus the Evil Dead.
No. It's two guys, just two rednecks, and then a bunch of like college kids
Tucker
that thought
and Dale versus Evil.
Yes, that one's so good. I love that one.
That's a movie, and that one's. It's if you like that, you'll like this. Because like what?
Is it similar?
I heard it's pretty similar. Because the idea of The Final Girls is this girl gets sucked, and then her friends get sucked into a horror movie, and so they know the events of the horror movie.
All the tropes? Oh, okay.
And they know the tropes. So, like, one of the movie characters is like, let's play, like, spin the bottle or whatever. And she's, like, stripping her clothes off. Like, no. If we have sex, he'll come and kill us. So they tape her up and, like, put, like, mittens over her hands. And then they just booby trap the crap out of the house. Like, okay, start stripping now. So when he walks in the door, all, like, this Home Alone stuff just starts, like, hitting the monster. And, like, it's good.
But it's not, it's not scary at all, right?
I don't remember being scared at all.
Is what's that show? What is that one that is totally a parody of all the other slasher films? What is that thing called again?
You're sure it's not Cabin in the Woods?
No.
It's a TV show?
No, it's a movie. It has a bunch of different movies. And it's like Shaquille O'Neal and Dr. Phil in one of the movies.
Oh, like Scary Movie.
Scary Movie, yeah. It's something like that. Basically.
Yeah. It's not as
stupid.
Campy as yeah, it's not as stupid. It's a little Scary Movie has some good stuff, but on the whole they're pretty bad. There's
Thomas Middleditch. I didn't know that was his
Thomas
name.
Middleditch.
I know him.
He's now famous for his role in Silicon Valley.
But I'm guessing he's one of the dummies. He's one of the stupid ones.
He's actually one of the like people. He's not one of the movie characters.
Aw.
He's kind of like the nerd who like knows the movie really good, I guess.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna watch that, and I do want to watch what is it called again?
Cabin in the Woods?
No, the other one.
Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, Troll Hunter.
Yes, both of that.
Okay, I heard Netflix paid for Tucker and Dale vs. Evil 2.
Oh,
it's a rumor I heard, non-substantiated by anything.
How did you hear this rumor?
I heard it online, but I don't remember the source. So
I thought your CEO is like friends with a filmmaker or something. But it's such a good show. I love it.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me. I do need to actually. So, the Ash vs. the Evil Dead is a TV show now. I need to watch that because
But it's
some of
not
the best.
It's not him, right?
It is him. It's old Bruce Campbell.
Oh.
I don't know if the show's supposed to be
voice.
good, but I want to watch it. Yeah.
He used to do narrating for the old Activision Spider-Man games on the PS1.
What?
Yeah, I love his voice. I fucking love his voice.
Also, you should watch The Tick still. You need to watch The Tick.
Oh yeah. The Amazon one.
Yes.
Okay.
The one you haven't seen.
Okay. It's kind of hard to beat Patrick Warburton though.
Yeah, but I really like this guy whose name I'm forgetting because I liked him. He was a regular in some British show I was watching. He's like Sean's roommate in Shaun of the Dead. He was in Black Books. What did I watch him in though? He's Peter Serafinowicz. He's basically the British version
Of Warburton.
Sorry, not Warburton. Yeah, I guess Warburton. Yeah. He's pretty close. He does a good job, put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we drew this out long enough.
Yeah.
With our chit chat.
That's gonna be our week. We're gonna watch a bunch of shit.
I'm gonna play probably Inside. The other things I might play are there's a point and click adventure called The Last Wind Monk. What's the full name? It's got a really stupid long name. It is called.
Is it some kung fu movie?
No, it's a video game called The Inner World, The Last Wind Monk.
Oh.
I got a key for it. So it's a point and click adventure with a cool art style. It's funny because Steam's like, hey, if you're looking at The Last Wind Monk, you might like Cuphead, because it's similar. I'm like, no. This is a point and click adventure. Cuphead is not a point and click adventure. The art style is, I guess, cartoony,
sort of,
but not even like the same. It's not, Steam, you crazy. It's whenever I get really bad suggestions from like Steam or Amazon, I'm like, I always feel comforted, like, the robots are dumb. They're not going to take over the world. And then I think, maybe it's on purpose to make me feel confident, and then they're actually smart.
This is the sequel. Did you play the first one?
What? Crap.
So there's The Inner World and The Inner World, The Last Wind Monk. The Inner World came out in 2013.
Oh, no. Is The Inner World $1?
$15.
Oh, no.
$17 with the soundtrack.
Way too high. Well, I'll just play the sequel, and maybe I'll go back and play the first one. Because the only reason I was interested in this is I had the word wind.
Oh, okay. So the first sentence: experience the fun and moving sequel to The Inner World. In brackets, you don't need to know the first part.
Can you repeat that? So you cut out. In brackets, what?
Oh, in brackets, you don't need to know the first part.
Cool.
So that's good.
Got that covered. It's a pretty enough game that I'm
I like the art style.
Slightly concerned it might be really hard.
My week will be more Skylanders, no more Child of Light, more Yakuza 0. I'm thinking of starting a new game. I have a bunch of games that I'm not playing yet. Fuck, so many shit to play. But yeah, just waiting for a bunch of stuff to come. And I pre-ordered a PS4 controller that is, I'm pretty sure, exclusive to Japan. It's made by Hori, so I'm a bit concerned because I've never bought a third-party controller before. It's made by Hori for the PS4, but at least Hori is at least a well-known brand, I guess. I'm not sure about the quality. They made a lot of fighting sticks, right?
I think so. I definitely know the name, but I don't know why. So
they basically they're like a third-party manufacturer for a bunch of like peripherals for a lot of consoles and stuff, and they are making a special edition wired PS4 controller, so it's kind of gimped in that way because it's wired, and it doesn't have.
I prefer it wired.
Well, my PS4 can be wired, and I can make it wireless. So, and it's also it doesn't have the microphone and the headphone port, so it's kind of gimped.
Okay, that's gimped, yeah.
So it's slightly smaller as well, but it looks very nice, and I do have small hands, and it came out in 2 different designs. One is white and the other one is in the Dragon Quest blue slime design.
Ooh.
Guess which one I got?
Yeah, no, not even to think about that.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna get this. Fuck it. It's so cute. It's so cute. My god. One of the eyes is the left analog stick. Oh, I love it.
Oh, so it even looks like the slime, not just the color.
Oh yeah,
it's
not just the color.
It's
not just the color.
awesome.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. I pre-ordered it from Play Asia. That's the only place I could get it from that I know of. No local retailer is gonna get it. So
Oh, I like that.
so nice. So yeah, my week is gonna be a controller, I guess. It's gonna come in the next 2 weeks, I believe. It's pre-order.
I'm trying to also hunt down a costume for Halloween. So I ordered a Ziggy Stardust costume, and we'll see if it fits this week.
Oh, talking about Divinity Original Sin 2, right?
Yeah.
My
We did
character
talk about that.
is a female elf.
I didn't ask. Yeah, what did you? Female elf?
Yeah, so
Not undead.
no. So you can also make undead. I wanted to make a lizard, but my friend made a lizard, and I was like, maybe I should make something else kind of thing. I can play a lizard when I play solo.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I like lizard people, but I like diversity more.
Yeah. And the elf has a hairstyle that looks like David Bowie-esque.
Which David? Like Labyrinth David Bowie? Like it's red, or it's very tall, spiky blonde that goes in the front?
Both.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So basically, I mean, it's not like 100% from a David Bowie look.
Sure.
But when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is making
So just
because it's an elf.
super 80s hair.
So it's like a very, very sharp features and stuff on the face. With that hair, I was like, holy shit, my character is like cross-gender David Bowie. Fucking hell. Because it's a female
David
elf.
Bowie,
but she
banked on being androgynous.
Exactly. So I'm playing David Bowie pretty much.
That's awesome. That's if you can play David Bowie, always play as David Bowie.
Yeah. Also, my Skylanders character, the character I created, I changed the name
you made
to
one.
Yeah, I changed the name to David Cage because I found.
Yeah.
So you remember the phrase systems I was talking about, where you have 2 phrases, a starting and an end phrase.
Yes.
So it was the same thing like I conquer pizza or something. My life is pizza, right?
Spoon.
Yeah, I found for the second end phrase, the end phrase, I found one that ended with emotions. So I was like, David Cage. I'm playing as fucking David Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I have to tell you there's emotions here because I can't make you feel them. I just gotta tell you.
So yeah.
You should feel
I'm
this.
playing as David Cage and David Bowie. It's fun gaming times.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we reached the end. We usually have Sarah to pimp herself out first, usually, but Sarah's not here. So far, you go.
So no pimping. You know who we are.
Yeah, you know us. Foehamner, Pupunoob, we do things. And on the
YouTube
Twitters
and
and
Twitter.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So we will see you next week, hopefully, probably, definitely. Yeah.
One of those things.
See you next week. Thank you very much for watching, listening this one. Bye-bye.
Bye.